not been.
Certainly seems like he is now deciding, right,
Yeah,
now's the time I'm going to start to go.
Interesting contrast in styles between these two. Yeah. Hameed, the elegant, correct, quite orthodox batsman. Very nice to watch. I think Moores is coming in and he's just looks strong and nuggety and a competitor.
Oh,
in the air. Oh. Just fell about a metre short of Kieran Carlson. So Gorvin, interestingly, inducing a few false shots here.
Yeah.
And that might be those variations in speed and a lot of tricks that he's letting go here. Full up.
That's out.
Caught, and Kieran Carlson hangs on. Brilliant catch. That was hit very, very hard, and he had to have two grabs at it. Took the pace off it with the first one and snatched it with the second. And that is very good news from a Glamorgan perspective. Tom Moores was looking very dangerous. Had got to 30, who could have taken it away from you, but he's now gone for 37 off the bowling of Andy Gorvin, caught by the captain Kieran Carlson.
Yeah, Andy Gorvin strikes again. Well done, Andy Gorvin. Yeah, they needed that, Glamorgan. He was starting to look a bit dangerous, wasn't he, Moores? And he's certainly somebody who, having seen him play in the past quite a bit, he's certainly somebody who can take the game away from you. Maybe looking at 250, all of a sudden if he gets going, you're looking at 280, 300 if he stays in. But you know, Glamorgan, so they've got a batter in now that obviously hasn't faced. So it'd be good captaincy now just to try and keep him on strike as much as we can and keep Hameed away from the strike.
It's new batter wearing 22. I think it's Liam Patterson-White.
So he's played against Glamorgan already this year, isn't he, for Northants? So is he signed for Notts, or is he on loan, or is he what?
Another lot of left-handers in this lineup. He gets the chance to just have a rest at the non-strikers end as Patterson-White. That's Hameed on strike. Nice looking drive. That's beautifully played. Classical shot. Ball was there to be hit, half volley, and he's put it away effortlessly.
I guess sometimes on a club wicket as well. The only other thing I'd say is, you know, I don't think you need to necessarily bowl at your quickest, if that makes sense. Yeah. Sometimes you can throttle back on the pace and just hit a good line and length, because it's not a quick day. So it's not. It's a club wicket, and everyone goes, "Oh, club wicket slow." Yeah, they don't get the time spent in them like county grounds do or test match grounds do, etc. So they're going to be slower. Okay, simple as that. So sometimes you're not really going to rush back to pace, but what you can do then is throttle back on the pace and just hit good areas. And that might be difficult for somebody like Dan to do. But I mean, on any wicket you play it, if you're going to bowl half volleys, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a difficult afternoon.
So Liam Patterson-White. He bowls left arm spin as well. He's going to face his first ball. Bounce ball.
He's annoyed with himself, Dan, again. I think. I mean, look, to the new batter, I think, you know, it's worth bowling a tad full on it, misses a straight one, pads, LBW, that sort of thing. But you get the impression with that he's not overly pleased with the length he's hit. He's probably missed his length a bit.
Slip in now as well. That's short and well pulled away but straight to Andy Gorvin, down on the square leg boundary. Well, Patterson-White looks like he can hit it hard as well. He's almost got a very similar build, doesn't he, to Moores actually. They're almost kind of carbon copies of each other from this distance.
Stocky lad.
To stocky build left-handers. But Hameed cruises on. 75 from 93 balls.
Oh, damn.
And Hameed's annoyed with himself.
Yeah, I think the aim will be now for the Glamorgan Bobs is just to bowl as little balls as many as we can, really. You know, and put the onus on the new batter to come in and start playing some shots. Boom. Here we go.
That feels like the length, doesn't it? That sort of spot.
That's where, and I think this is why Dan's a bit frustrated with himself. Probably he knows that, you know, if you hit that area often enough, there's enough there for you to trouble the batsman. You know, he won't need telling that. He'll know. He's played enough cricket, and he'll know. He'll be. I don't know what type of person, if he's harsh on himself or not. I'm not sure, but certainly when he's got the balls in the right areas, he's caused problems, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's strong, quick arm. Is Dan Dalthwaite. And he bends his back, he can bowl a sharp bouncer in. So, Patterson-White looks like he's the sort of player, particularly at this stage of the game, who might look to get after the Glamorgan bowling if he can. There's a long on in place for Andy Gorvin. No wide given. Can only assume. But Harris thinks he's shuffled over to the offside there.
The batsman's not happy with that. The umpire's saying it's just flicked his trousers, and he's clearly not impressed with that.
He is standing quite leg side as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it feels like quite quiet and serene all of a sudden here at the ground. Lovely sunny afternoon. We were sort of wondering when the Outlaws are going to start the fireworks, because they've been just moving along quite serenely, going on almost 5. So actually it's been a really good recovery from where they were early on. Remember, I think back they were only 23 from the power play for the first 10 overs, so it was really hard going early on. So they built really, really well. Hameed's been the key man, and he's still there. And as we've seen, actually, he can accelerate. Wouldn't surprise me if he can hang around for another few overs to see that rate going right up.
That's such a good shot on a wicket like this. It's just
good piece of work down there on the boundary. Prevents the 4. That's almost looking his best looking shot, isn't it? That high elbow punch just looks lovely.
It's a great shot. Given how slow the wicket is, and it seems quite difficult to play. That's out shot that.
Yeah. Sure, well, this one is called a wide. And disappointed, I think, Hameed there, he didn't make contact with that one.
Oh, again, tiny little flick on that, and it's 4 runs. He got a deep one. I wouldn't say he's fine leg, but a very square.
I think on reflection he thinks that one should have ended up in the hospitality tent down there, and he missed out.
Yeah. Ooh,
tries it this time, hits it in front of square, and powerfully so.
It's a good shot. Strong, his knees there. He is so strong. Jesus.
Well balanced. Just rock back. Nice strong base and a really good connection.
That's a good shot. Again, I wouldn't say it's a great deal, a tad short, but he's onto it in a flash, isn't he?
So Hameed into the 80s now.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, I think he's. I think the plan would be, Ash, is that they'll bat round Hameed now. 10 overs to go. What are we looking at? 193 for 5. I mean, I'd like to think they'd probably be looking at minimum run a ball. So you're going to be around your 250, 260, possibly a bit more. I think if Hameed is here at the end of 50 overs, you'd probably be looking at 270, 280.
Yep.
Which given the start, you'd probably say they'd be happy with that 270, 280 mark. Again, then, and if they're bowlers, the feedback from the batters, I'd like to think that the Notts batters would go out and talk to the bowlers. It's just about hitting that sort of back of a length area and making it difficult for the batters to score.
So it's Ben Kellaway returns. He's bowled 6 overs so far for no wickets for 36.
Right arm start. Down. Oh no. They're going for 4 now.
They're going to run 2. Again, just hauling it in. The Glamorgan field is doing a good job before it crossed the boundary rope. So the field quite well spread now. More spread than it's been at any point in the game so far for Kellaway.
Change of field. Yeah, I was going to say you got to have your best fielder in there, Ben. Something I always shout about my lads too. You got to get your best fielders in the right positions. You've just had a lad that's just bowled, bless him, Dan, your seamer. You need to have your best fielder in that position.
Presumes that Kellaway will keep this pattern going. Yep, he is. It looks like everyone's immediately understood. He's going to bowl left arm to the right-hander, right arm to the left-hander. We try with the left arm get the ball to turn away from Hameed here. Oh no, he's sticking with the right-hander. There we go. Interesting.
He's bowling a bit quicker with his right arm.
Slightly stronger one.
Yeah.
One beats Carlson at short cover. Big dive from McIlroy, I think, down there.